At this point, you guys already know the script. A player leaves the New Orleans Pelicans and just blossoms into what they were meant to be. Let's break that player down right now on the Pelicans Scoop. Cue the music.
This is the Pelicans Scoop with Jordan Kitchens, breaking down everything under the sun about your New Orleans Pelicans. Smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to stay on top of your Pels content. Now, running point, here's Jordan.
What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Pelicans Scoop. I am your host with the most, Jordan Kitchens, and I am back again with another edition of the Pelicans Scoop. Y'all heard the music. Like, comment, subscribe, comment right now. Matter of fact, comment right now. Do you believe that the New Orleans Pelicans can at least split the next 6 games? That's all I want to know. Do you believe it or not? Comment that down right below. To rip the Band-Aid off, I've been trying my best to, I ain't going to say avoid what Dyson Daniels is doing right now, but I've been trying my best to not look at it, but it's gotten to the point, especially last night with the Atlanta Hawks pulling off an upset and beating the Boston Celtics and the playing game, the in-season tournament, the Emirates Cup, whatever they want to call it. And Dyson Daniels put on a display for the world to see, and now he's skyrocketed apparently. Like the way they talk about Dyson Daniels now, it's much deserved, right? So before I get started, everybody, I just want to make things clear. There is no gripe against Dyson Daniels. Like this video right here, this is not oh well, I'm just gonna put the Pelicans down because they let Dyson go, or I'm just gonna bring Dyson down because he's not on the team no more. No, I'm just gonna report how this man is looking right now, and damn, we could definitely use Dyson, but you still got to make that trade 10 times out of 10 because you needed a point guard, and that's where it gets fishy because what Dyson is doing for the Atlanta Hawks, he's not playing point guard. He's more off ball, and that has really just made his game go from what it was into the next level. So I was speaking about last night against the Boston Celtics, and these are some of Dyson's stats. So last night against the Boston Celtics, the defending NBA champions, Boston Celtics, Dyson Daniels had 28 points, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists. But that's not the biggest, like, ooh-wee out of his stat line. He had 6 steals. 6 steals, right? And it's a slap in the face. I know, guys. I ain't gonna say it's a kick in the nuts like Zion hamstring, but it's a slap in the face because you kind of had to get rid of Dyson, yes, to bring in DeJounte, but also, Dyson, his role was kind of undefined. Like he was losing minutes to Najee, and you need to play Hawkins now this season. I don't see where he could have gone to the next level on this New Orleans Pelicans team. It just hurts to see how he's blossomed so much. And it was like the Pelicans are so hurt and so depleted. It's like, well, you couldn't find minutes for him. You could have found minutes for him now, but that's hindsight 2020. Like, we're playing devil's advocate. I'm not sitting here and playing them games. I'm just letting you guys know how Dyson looks right now. He looks absolutely amazing, right? So to keep talking about how amazing he's been this season, his points. The main thing about Dyson this season, guys, before I break down his stats, is that from my eye test, and I hate when people say, the eye test, because what exactly is the eye test? But from my eye test, from what I've seen from a couple Atlanta Hawks games, and, especially when they played the Pelicans, was that he's more confident in himself. Maybe that goes with being traded, but you can tell that Quinn Snyder, the current head coach for the Atlanta Hawks, has has given him the full blessing. Like, Dyson, just go play a game. He seems a lot more confident. He seems a lot more sure of himself, right? My biggest gripe with Dyson when he was on the Pelicans was that his finishing was just lackluster. Like, his floater wasn't there all the way. Like, he would go up soft. Like, Dyson, you're 6'7", 6'8", go up to the rack, man. Like, bro, you're not a little guard, But now we watch him in the Hawks. He's taking a lot less threes. Well, he's not shooting as well from the 3 like he was in the Pelicans, but it wasn't like he was shooting lights out from the Pelicans. It seemed like he was more of a catch-and-shoot guy on the Pelicans, how the roster was constructed. He's more of a catch-and-shoot guy for the Pelicans. Now he's like a focal point of the Hawks. Like he's a cornerstone franchise piece. It's a franchise piece. You gotta call it what I see it, especially when I break these stats down. But from my eye test, what I've seen a lot from Dyson now is that, like I said, he's a lot more confident. You could tell he's been working on his game, going to the finishing. His finishing is way better now. And just the off ball effect. So on the Pelicans, you came in to try and be a point guard. You wanted to be like your primary ball handler. That's why you end up getting DeJounte Murray, because Dyson was not that piece you needed to be that guy. That all. I mean, but if you think about it, Griff has been trying to find that guy since Kyra Lewis. And when you traded down for, I mean, granted you traded down to draft Jackson Hayes, but you had the 4th pick. You probably should have took Darius Garland, but you had Lonzo Ball on. Again, this all falls back to Lonzo Ball not being on the Pelicans anymore. But you had Lonzo Ball, try to do the Kyra Lewis thing. It's just, and you drafted Dyson to kind of be like a baby Herb Jones. Like, forget baby Herb Jones. He's teenager Herb Jones on the Hawks. Like he went from a little baby to a teenager, and it hurts, but you're happy to see that he wasn't a miss. He wasn't a miss. It just wasn't going to work out on this Pelicans team. Now, especially now when you got your roster so depleted right now, it would be nice to have him. But again, you have to make that trade to get DeJounte Murray. Freak accident, he breaks his hand in the first game of the season. It's just a whole bunch of freak accidents and whatnot to say about the Pelicans. But make a long story short, let's break down these stats. So this season, Dyson is averaging 33 minutes a game. Huge bump up to what he was getting on the Pelicans. I'll break down his 2023 stats compared to his 2024 stats right now. So right now he's averaging 33 minutes a game, 14 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2.9 assists per game. And the main thing, he's averaging 3.6 steals a game. That is actually insane. That is insane. Insane. It's even more insane because that's number 1 in the league by far. It's like not even close, right? So last year on the Pelicans, he averaged 22 minutes a game. 5.8, 6 points, 3.9 rebounds, so 4 rebounds, 2.7 assists, so 3 assists, and 1.4 steals. So now you're seeing him now he's more of a scoring. It's not like I say he's more scoring, it's just he's actually making his shots. Like he's actually making his layups, and he's more confident in what he can do offensively. It's no more hesitation. There's a lot of hesitation with Dyson. He's a young player. He's still young. That's what hurts, because he's still young. He's going to be helping the Hawks for at least the next 10 years. I hate when I say it out loud because, but, play well. And, you already knew he was an elite defender on the Pelicans. Well, he's taking that next step, and I'll be damned if he doesn't make like an all-defensive team this year for the Atlanta Hawks at, 22, 21 years old. So, I mean, look at this, man. His last 4 games. Let me just tell you the steal numbers for the last 4 games. 6 steals, 7 steals, 4 steals. Can I interest you in that? I know I can, because that's damn good. Yes, it's really good. And it hurts. But this is not to say that, when DeJounte does come back, he will not help this Pelicans team, reach to where you brought him in to be. But right now, your return on investment, it just hurts because your team is so hurt and you really can't even see what the team looks like. And Dyson is blossoming. And then it's like, again. But yeah, it just hurts because it's like it's the same story. Player leaves and just instantly turns it around. But that's not to say that Dyson was like a bust or whatnot. I would never say he was a bust, but he's definitely elevated his game to a whole nother level. Like there's levels to elevating your game. He didn't just take a couple steps. He took about 4 or 5 steps in the right direction. So it's good to see that Dyson was not a miss, and that he is and will be a very touted NBA player for the foreseeable future. I'm willing to say the next 10 years. I'm very willing to say the next 10 years because he's durable. I mean, also he had his little meniscus with the Pelicans, but other than that, he's pretty durable. He's not like what the 76ers got going on with Paul George and Joel. I said the 76ers, do I not cover the New Orleans Pelicans? I'm not even going to talk about injuries for other teams because we got them injuries right now, so. Jose with his hamstring and whatnot. So, hey, man, shout out to Dyson. Keep doing you. Down here in New Orleans, I don't know if everybody else still feels the same way I feel about you, man. So just keep balling. Hopefully the Pelicans can, I get it. You have to make that trade to get DeJounte Murray. It's not like I'm sitting here. I don't want to see no comments talking about, well, you had. Yes, I get it. You had to do that. That just is what it is. It just sucks that DeJounte breaks his hand in the first game of the season, so you don't really get a reward for your investment, and you're just watching Dyson Daniels just ball out of control on national television, locking up Jason Tatum. You know, so it's a little whatever, but I felt it would be a good video, man, just to inform you guys on what Dyson has going on, how he's been looking. So he looks really good. And the Pelicans play tonight against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Do I expect them to get a win tonight? I really don't know, guys. And I hate to say, I mean, I don't think so at all. The Thunder are favored by 14.5. That is a huge line this early in the season. It's a little scary, and the Thunder at home, so I guess that's why it's a little juiced. But I mean, Trey Murphy, masterclass. I would like to report that. So thank you guys for sticking in for another episode of Pelican Scoop. I've been your host, Jordan Kitchens. Better days are coming, guys. So stick with me. Better days are coming. So y'all will see the better days are coming. So I'm signing out. But y'all, like, comment, subscribe. Smash that bell notification so you know when you're informed when the Pelicans drop. Smash that like button. Comment how you feeling. So let me know. I'm out, though. Peace.